Hello, Brick Sculptors. Welcome to Brick Sculpt. This is Chris, and it is time for our Tech Challenge number 2. Sorry, I've been a little lean on videos this weekend. I skipped one yesterday because of the Crosstown Classic. That's right. I am a little bit of a baseball fan, and it is rivalry weekend, and Cubs Sox. It's a big deal. I'm not going to tell you which team I cheer for. I'll let you guys figure that out in the comments. But anyway, we have our second tech challenge here, which is also a big deal. And so let's go ahead and dive in here. Now, a while ago, I had somebody reach out to me asking for a Help Me Brick Sculpt video. And I thought it was a pretty good one, but I never really got around to it. And so that's what I want to base this tech challenge off of. The question in the Help Me Brick Sculpt was that they were trying to make an ambulance and put a cross on the side. Now, I thought that was pretty cool, trying to make a perfect cross built in bricks. It's a lot more challenging than you think. Let me explain. The shape we're going to go for is this. Now, you can make these arms whatever length you want, as long as they are even on all 4 of them. But for the challenge, let's make them 2 studs wide on each of the arms. Now, why is this tricky? Well, this isn't tricky. This is just tiles on a plate, 5 by 5. But we don't want to build it like this. We want to build it in a brick wall. We need 2 studs by 1 stud in each of these positions. Now, where is this going to get tricky? These ones will be easy, but this portion is going to be quite difficult. Now, why do I think 2 long arms is the best? Well, this is kind of our common denominator, is 2 by 2, because it works both with brick width and height. This is 5 plates by 5 plates in width and length, which will allow us to build a little bit more seamlessly. The tricky part is going to be getting this layer in here perfect. And let me show you kind of some basic thoughts. I do have a pretty good solution for this, so I'm not going to show you that until the final video because I want to see if you guys can come up with the same one. Just a disclaimer, I'm not sure that this is 100% possible. You guys might surprise me here, but I have a little feeling this may be impossible, but that's okay. The point is to get as close as we can. The point is to exercise the mind, try some things you might not normally try, and see just how close we can get it to being perfect. And let me show you kind of what we're going for here. So your first thought might be to use this piece here. This is a double-sided snot brick, and so we can basically build off of 4 sides, top, bottom, left, right. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's plug in some things here. So maybe we'd start off the top, real simple. 5 plates is what we're going for. That's the same as 2 bricks width. On the sides here, I'm going to use these ones with studs because I want to use them to attach filler for in here. So this isn't going to be perfect because we already have these studs on the outside, but we can also put wings on the bottom. The tricky part is right here. You see this arm is not the same length because we have a half plate or 4 LDU difference right there. So that kind of screws it up. But we can now take, more of these 2 by 2s and put them in here. Again, we are creating all kinds of problems here. Now, ideally, this is what we want, but with some corrections. So we want 1 brick width. It's going to be 5 studs across the top and down the side. Now, ideally, we wouldn't have that stud here. So that would be something that need to be corrected because the goal is to be able to build this where you can stick it straight into a brick wall. But 5 stud length on the side, 5 stud length on the top, 5 stud length on the bottom. This is also something that would need correction, is here we have studs on the bottom that won't connect to a normal wall. So we should have anti-studs on the bottom, studs on the top, smooth on both sides, and 1 brick width. If we can get that with a perfect cross in there, where all of the 4 arms are exactly 2 bricks width, that's the ideal solution. And again, I'm not positive that it is possible. Let me show you another thought you might be having. So maybe we take this central portion and we start over with something a little bit more common. Now this is going to have its own problems, But what about the Travis brick? The Travis brick will give us that 1 brick by 1 brick and still allow us to connect on 4 sides. Now, obviously, we have a stud in the middle, which is not ideal. And it's going to stick out a half a plate in the back, which is not ideal. But it will give us the right measurements on all 4 sides. Now, we could probably do some sort of correction here. We could probably do some sort of stud reversal for the bottom. There are plenty of things we can do to improve this design. We're just showing ideas here. And again, those studs off the side would be nice. But here we're a little bit closer in that we do have it 5 by 5 by 5 by 5. But we've still got several things that can be improved on. That's as far as I'm going to take this. Now, again, I've come up with a design that is pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's pretty close, using some creative parts. And there's a lot of LDU and snot magic you can use to try to work this out differently. I'm really excited to see what you guys come up with. But that is our end goal, is create that pattern on that wall with that width, perfectly flush, both sides, or 4 sides, studs on top, anti-studs on bottom. If you can figure that out, you're a much better brick builder than I am. So that's the challenge. As always, I'm going to have a link in the description to a Discord channel where you guys can post your submissions. You can also email me, bricksculpt.chris@gmail.com, if you want to share ideas there. And hopefully we'll come up with some cool stuff. I'm going to leave this open for a week, and then next weekend I'll share with you guys some of the things you come up with. So thank you guys for participating ahead of time. I really love doing these challenges because I learned so much cool stuff from you all. If you have any questions, leave them below. I'll do my best to answer them. That's all I have for this time, and we will see you next time.